I'm so used to saying good morning, Unity of Greenville. Good evening, Unity friends and family.
Yes.
How is everyone tonight? It's so good to see all of you from our neighboring states of North Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia. Who else do we have? What other states do we have here this evening? Florida. Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri. Well, thank you so much for being here. We are having special music tonight by Blake Sims and Melissa Murphy and Jeff Holland over there on the drums, along with James and myself. And we're going to be talking this evening about how to share unity with others. Do you ever have someone ask you, well, what is unity? And you go, what's the elevator pitch? How can I put this in a nutshell? Well, we're going to be talking about that this evening. But first, before we get started, let's take a moment to just get ourselves centered. If you have any, scattered thoughts, if your thoughts or anything are off in other places, let's corral all that thinking and that energy and everything and just be right here, right now, present at this time, in this place. We're so blessed to have the opportunity to be here together in divine communion, and we are all here by divine appointment. There's a gift for each and every one of us this evening. So as we settle into this evening to be nourished, to have our soul and spirit fed, we're grateful. We're so grateful. We're grateful for the rain that we had earlier that helps cleanse our air. All things in balance, right? And we're just grateful for this opportunity to be together. Let's take a couple of breaths together. And we say, thank you, God. And so it is. What do you think about the word commitment? Commitment. Sometimes I may put off what can be done today. Perhaps I'm dreading a difficult conversation. Other times I might feel overwhelmed or intimidated by the complexity of a task. But today I commit to getting started and seeing what I have taken on through to completion. There's power in commitment. It means I will not succumb to frustration or setbacks, that I will persevere no matter what. I am comforted knowing that God is with and within me as strength and power. I don't hesitate to draw upon these divine gifts, especially if I am struggling to fulfill my commitments. Living up to my word is its own reward. With each completed commitment, I grow in confidence and in integrity. And Galatians 6:9 reminds us, so let us not grow weary in doing what is right, for we will reap at harvest time if we do not give up. So let's say together, let's affirm together, drawing on my spiritual nature, I keep my commitments. Together. Drawing on my spiritual nature, I keep my commitments. All right.
Okay, how come I want to say good morning as well? What's that about? You know, it's amazing how we get into patterns and loops and so forth. I tell you what, let's all stand together. And why don't you give somebody an exploding fist bump, all right? An exploding fist bump. Maybe a high five and say hello and how are you? Hey guys, it's 7 o'clock in the evening. Are you at the right place tonight? Welcome to Unity Baptist Church. I'm in the right place at the right time. just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, I'm in the right place at the right time. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. Yeah. I'm in the right place at the right time. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I'm just what I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I'm just what I'm supposed to be. And oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. And I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 'Cause my soul is welcome here. Yes, it is. My soul is welcome. We're talking about the soul now. Yeah. My soul. One more time. Oh, my soul is welcome. Yes, it is. My soul is welcome here. All right, now give somebody a high five, or up high or down low or behind the back. Whatever you want to try. And then you may be seated. Hey, we're so excited that you're here tonight. Thank you for joining with us. Yeah. What, you didn't have anything better to do? Yeah. Tell the person next to you, say, this is the better thing. You know, having plans sounds like a good idea until you have to put on clothes and leave the house. You know? I tell you, it's a weird thing being the same age as old people. It's weird. You know, chocolate is God's way of telling us that he, she likes us a little bit chubby. And I'm okay with that. I've often thought that it's probably my age that tricks people into thinking that I'm an adult. You get that too? Yeah. Yeah, these are our peeps. Tell the person next to you, you're my peep. Absolutely. Yeah. All right. We want to share, just for a few moments, a few little tips and thoughts and ideas about this thing that we are all part of, unity. How do you share it? How do you talk to other people about it? And the first thing it's important to remember is that you are the message. Let's say that together. I am the message. And you are a unity, not so secret agent. Why is it that some people...
I just thought that should be playing back.
Yeah, probably should. Why is it that some unity people never speak up about what they believe? Are you a secret agent? Do you need to be shaken up or stirred and become more passionate? Let's say it together. I'm passionate about my passion. I'm passionate about my passion. And unity is my passion. Yeah. You know, why don't we share more than we do? What do you think it is? What are we afraid of? What do you think it is? Rejection. Very good. What else? Weird looks. House fires. Wow. Where do you live?
South Carolina.
We are sometimes being judged, being criticized. But you know what the real issue really is? Are you ready for the real issue? We are insecure about ourselves. Say with me, oh. We're insecure within ourselves about who we are and what we are to be in the world. How many here would like to be a change agent? Anybody? Remember, if you raise your hands, the angels are keeping track and writing it down.
How many already are?
How can we share our positive beliefs with others? How to become a spiritual 007, right? Yes. Well, here's one thing you need is self-knowledge. Self-knowledge. It's important to contemplate how applying unity principles has already transformed your life. How does it work for you? What did it do for you? Contemplate that. Think about that, right? Because sometimes we come into unity, you know, and the first time you come and you're all excited, you know, and everybody says, oh, we accept you as you are. We accept you as you are. And then the next Sunday, we start trying to change you. Right? It's important to use personal testimonies. And when you do, that is the most effective way of sharing anything, is a personal story, a personal testimony. Personal testimonies. That's what people like. That's what they want to hear. You've heard the scripture that says, I once was blind, but now I see. What is it that you see now that you did not see before? Think about that. Contemplate that. How did your eyes open? What's your story, Maury? What's your story? I mean, we all have a story. And we all have a different story about how we came to unity. You know, Reverend Chad was born into it. Right. It's wonderful. Absolutely.
So, how is your own relationship with divinity different? Do you live a more peaceful life because you have discovered the loving, peaceful, and all-inclusive nature of divinity? Do you remember what it was like when you were a part of a well-meaning fundamentalist group or some other group?
Or atheism or agnosticism,
Yes.
or whatever ism and schism that you're a part of.
How has your relationship with the divine changed? The true measure of spirituality has to do with the state of your being and who you are on the inside, right? So those are important aspects to think about and to know. How is it that you have changed on the inside? What can you tell others about the change that you have experienced?
Yes, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So when speaking to people, you want to use heartfelt words. Heartfelt words. Speak from your heart. Speak from your heart. When you do that, you make an emotional connection with people. And that's how you are able to share with them at a deeper level. You know, have you ever met somebody for the first time and they're a friend and you go, wow, wow. And you share from your heart and you make such a deep connection. Did you know that everybody longs for that? Everybody is looking for that. People are looking for a friend that they can open their heart to. that they can share heart to heart, that they can make that feeling connection, So use your heartfelt words. And at the same time, be yourself and be genuine. You know, we're not talking about these things tonight so that, you know, you can go out and proselytize or, you know. It's this idea that you are becoming more of your true self each and every day. And as you do that and you share from that place, oh my goodness. You want to read the quote?
Yeah,
for
Mother
us?
Teresa said, this is powerful. People are unreasonable, illogical, and self-centered. Love them anyway. If you do good, people may accuse you of selfish motives. Do good anyway. If you are successful, you may win false friends and true enemies. Succeed anyway. The good you do today may be forgotten tomorrow. Do good anyway. Honesty and transparency make you vulnerable. Be honest and transparent anyway. What you spend years building may be destroyed overnight. Build anyway. People who really want help may attack you if you help them. Help them anyway. Give the world the best you have and you may get hurt. Give the world your best anyway.
Melissa. And this is a song that was created from this particular quote.
You can spend your whole life building something from nothing. One storm can come and blow it all away. Build it anyway. You can chase a dream that seems so out of reach, and you know it might not ever come your way. Dream it anyway. God is great, but sometimes life ain't good. And when I pray, it doesn't always turn out like I think it should. But I do it anyway. Yeah, do it anyway. This world's gone crazy, and it's hard to believe that tomorrow will be better than today. Believe it anyway. You can love someone with all your heart for all the right reasons, and in a moment they can choose to walk away. Love them anyway. God is great, but sometimes life ain't good. And when I pray, it doesn't always turn out like I think it should. But I do it anyway. Yeah, I do it anyway. Do it anyway. You can pour your soul out singing a song you believe in, that tomorrow they'll forget you ever sang. Sing it anyway. Yeah, sing it anyway. I sing, I dream, I love anyway. Thank you.
It's Melissa Murphy. Thank you so much. Beautiful, beautiful. What does it take to make a relationship? What does it really take? It takes intimacy. Ooh. James, what are we talking about tonight? Intimacy. Anybody here have any intimacy issues? What does it mean to be intimate? It means to be granted access into another person's heart, mind, and feelings. This is the true essence of a relationship when you are inside each other's heart. Okay? This is truly going within. This is what it means to go within. You go within yourself, and you also go within the relationship. You can't have a relationship if you're not in the relationship. You can't talk to someone that you don't have a relationship with. Say with me, aha! Is the light bulb above your head now and you're going off?
It's such a precious thing when we're granted entry into someone's heart space. It's a sacred thing. And so we want to walk around very carefully in other people's heart space. We don't want to walk around in their heart space with muddy feet. Would you go into someone's home with muddy feet?
I do it anyway. No, wait a minute. No, that's
a different
That's
song.
a different. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we want to be gentle and we want to be considerate when we're having that kind of a close relationship. That's a delicate area to be traversing. We want to lay down our psychological weapons of defensiveness. Anybody ever had any issues with defensiveness? Am I the only one? Right? Did you say today?
Not me.
Oh. Can we learn to not be knee-jerk, reactive people? Learn to breathe, to pause, and to respond consciously.
Can you say that again?
Ooh. All of it?
The last part.
To learn to breathe,
Yes.
to pause,
Yes.
and to respond consciously.
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 Right.
With some conscious.
I think I'm getting it now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sometimes we go into these heart relationships, with all those defenses up. And can we really have that heart-to-heart connection if we've got so many walls built up?
Yeah.
We have to be willing to be conscious.
Because everybody has a... The angels are bowling right now.
Yes.
That's what I was
sign.
always told in Sunday school. Yeah. Words are very, very powerful. Words can harm or they can heal. Mm-hmm. We should never use our words as a weapon. right? Let us not weaponize our words. We don't want to harm and insult people with our words. There's a difference between the assassin's knife and the surgeon's scalpel. Which one are you? Right? You know, many of us, we left fundamentalism because we were tired of getting beat up. Let's not do that to other people. Right?
Yeah.
Let your words soothe and heal. Jesus said, my words are spirit and they are life. They bring life and health and healing and affirmation. You know, I think it was Mark Twain that said, I can live about 2 weeks on a good compliment. Isn't it true? When somebody praises you and tells you how wonderful you are, boy, I love your hairdo, it's looking good. And that outfit, I mean, it brings out your eyes. And perfect lipstick, you know?
Yeah.
I wish you would tell me that. No, wait a minute. That's not what I meant to say.
Yeah. You know, it's not always what you say, but it's how you say it. Think of the different ways you could say the phrase, I didn't say you were ugly.
I
Hey,
didn't say you were ugly. You can do the
you're
second one.
stepping on me.
Sorry.
I didn't say you were ugly.
I didn't say you were ugly.
I didn't say you were ugly.
I
I
didn't
didn't say you were. Oh, I thought we were going to do it together. I didn't say
you were ugly. And we rehearsed this before.
Yeah.
Not really.
Right? It's not what you say so much as how you say it. And it's not just words, but there's body language and all kinds of things
Sure.
associated with it. It's how we say things.
Yes. I agree with that.
Yeah, I know. Does anyone like to be preached at? Not a single hand was raised.
Isn't that amazing?
Nobody likes to be preached at.
I guess we're going to have to resign. We're going to have to resign.
Don't you love to be told you're wrong?
No.
No. We want to help people create a feeling of openness and connection. Connection. People are missing connection today. They're missing community today. They're missing it. We can provide it.
Because you're the message. They're missing you. You. Because you know. You've opened your heart. You've been dealing with your issues for years and years and years, right? You've been working on yourself. And you're pretty beautiful. Let's say it together. I'm beautiful. Well, we know you are, Teresa. So words are tools, and when you use them correctly, you can heal a lot of suffering. You can consider it a home run whenever you create a space and you hold space with someone and you help to create a space of communication with them and connection with them. Acting superior will not win you any points. Don't you love it when somebody comes up and says, well, I know, but you don't know. All right? Authenticity. Authenticity. What is authenticity? We need to contemplate and meditate on that, don't we? And friendship is a higher order. That's a higher order. It creates a sense of oneness. A oneness. You can share much easier with friends than you can with antagonists. Here's a truthism for you. in order to hit a home run, you have to take a turn at bat. Babe Ruth was not afraid to swing for the bleachers, and many times he missed. I'm going to tell you, you may talk to 10 people, 15 people, and you might miss. But you keep swinging. Right? Yeah. And he had more misses than he had hits, but the home runs were truly amazing. Blake Sims, can you share with us now?
There are two men out, and it's in the ninth, and the score is 4-3. There's a man on first, and a man at bat, and the man at bat is me. And I'm sorta scared, and I'm sorta proud, and I'm stronger than I seem. And I take a swing, and my dad is there, and it's what you call a dream. For the ball flies in the sun, and it sails off as I run. The crowd is roaring, cheering as I go. So are all the guys on the team. And I run for home, and we win the game. And it's what you call a dream. And the sun shines like diamonds. The summer sun shines like diamonds. The summer sun high on a baseball sky shines like diamonds. The summer sun shines like diamonds. There are two men out, and it's in the ninth, and the score is 4-3. There's a man on first, and a man at bat, and the man at bat is me. And it's what you call a dream.
It's your turn at bat. It's your turn. It's your turn at bat. I had an experience a couple of summers ago, and I wrote it down. I'm just going to read it. I call it a teaching moment of grace. One summer day, I looked out the window onto our property here and watched a pickup truck with a large Confederate flag speeding through the parking lot and heading toward the back of the property by the pond. And so I decided to see what they were doing. I walked down to where these young men were fishing. They looked to be around 18 or 19 years old. They looked up and nodded at me as I approached them. I introduced myself as the minister of the Unity community, and we shook hands. I explained that we did not typically allow fishing on the property and made some small talk with them. They seemed cordial, so I asked them the question that I had in my mind. Why were they displaying the Confederate flag on the bed of their truck in such a prominent way? I also asked, what did this flag mean to them? And they said something about it being their heritage in response. So I asked them if they understood the symbolism of the Confederate flag. I explained to them that to a black person, this flag was a symbol of pain, torture, and slavery. It is not a positive symbol of freedom, but the exact opposite of freedom. They replied, we had never heard that before. And I said, well, how does that make you feel? That another human being would experience such deep pain whenever they gazed upon the Confederate flag. And they again stated that they had no idea other people saw the flag this way. So I looked at them for a moment. I told them to enjoy their day of fishing and reminded them that it was a one-time deal. And later, I was back in the house and happened to look out the window as the two men drove the truck off the property. The flag was nowhere to be seen, and that felt really good. I was grateful for the opportunity to share a teaching moment of grace with these two young men. How many understand that there are moments that we are called moments of grace? And just by sharing, without accusing, without condemning, without judging, and just asking questions, right? Just being with, facilitating another human being. It's a really powerful thing, isn't it? So we're going to prepare now for a meditation. Just invite you to get comfortable, relaxing your body. I know some of you come from a long way to be here. You might be a little tired. That's okay. Just surrender to it. Come to the quiet. Come to the peace. Let in the healing. Feel the release. Be in the moment. Just take your time. This is the blessing. Sweet peace of mind, sweet peace of mind, sweet peace of mind. This is the blessing, sweet peace of mind. Come to the quiet. to the peace. Let in the healing. Feel the release. Be in the moment. Just take your time. This is the blessing. Sweet peace of mind. Sweet peace of mind. Sweet peace of mind. This is the blessing. Sweet peace of mind. This is the blessing. This is the blessing. Sweet peace of mind. And now just allow the music to wash over you for just a moment. Let's breathe now, consciously. Allow your body to feel whatever you need to feel in this moment. Allow your heart to open. For out of you comes forth the forces, the energies of life. Allow it to move through you and to flow through you in this moment, refreshing your body and your mind. Just breathe in the refreshing. Breathe in the healing. I am healed. I am whole. I am well. Breathe it in. Breathe it in. And for a moment, I want you to imagine that you're holding a dove in your hands. Now, doves are very sensitive to movement. So you want to be really still as you hold this dove in your hands. The dove is a representative of peace, a symbol of the Christ consciousness. A symbol of complete surrender. And so as you hold the dove in your hands, perfectly still now, you hear the dove coo, making beautiful sounds, resonating next to your heart. Allow yourself to receive the blessing of peace. The blessing of peace. And so as you hold the dove, it begins to spread its wings. Now the wings are 40% of the dove's weight. They have a very large tail and beautiful wings. As they spread their wings, you feel it. And imagine yourself absorbing this beautiful symbol of peace inside your body. And so now it's your wings and your tail feathers. And allow yourself to spread your wings. To spread your wings. The wings of peace. For you are a representation, a symbol of peace. You are. You are the peace. You are the peace. So breathing in gently, easily. Let us hold each other now in this moment. Everyone in this room. Hold your loved ones, your family, your friends in this moment of peace. This moment of grace. Let us hold the earth and all the people in every nation and all the leaders of every nation in this moment in peace, sweet peace. Be that dove of peace that you are. It's a beautiful thing. And so now, in the nature, in the name of the living Christ and all that's sacred, holy, and good, we give thanks for the dove of peace. We are grateful. We are grateful. And we imagine peace, 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 peace.
no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us, above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one.
All right. Tell the person next to you, say, you are so beautiful and sweet, too. Yeah. Thank you, Melissa. It's fantastic. All right. So we're not done yet. We're going to do a little role playing. Is that all right? Yeah. We're going to role play. So Leah is going to be the well-meaning religious person. And I'm just going to be me. Because I don't know how to be anybody else. Yes. How many know that you want to find common ground with people? How do you do that? You talk about your children. You talk about your grandkids. You talk about your family. You talk about where you're from. You talk about your school. You talk about maybe the weather. You know, the weather's kind of weird. There's always something to talk about there. And develop that personal connection. How do you know this person, right? Get to know this person. Show interest in their belief system. You might say, but James, I don't want to. Right? But until you have understanding, which is the power of July, right? It is the power, and gold is the color. I'm a very understanding person. Tell the person next to you, I'm very understanding. Be authentic and never, ever, ever poke fun of another person's belief, no matter how much you disagree. Say it with me. I can do that if I choose to. and always redirect away from touchy subjects that divide. Because we want to what? We want to unify and integrate. Unify and integrate, right? Are we all one or not? Do you believe that? Yeah. So, hello there, well-meaning person.
So, young man,
Yes.
I want to know if you attend a Bible-believing church.
Yes. Unity is based upon the positive and practical teachings of Jesus. And I'm sure that you too believe in the positive message of Jesus, right?
Of course.
Well, I thought so.
I heard that unity was a cult.
What's a cult?
Well, it's them people that do weird things and think weird things and they're going to hell.
Well, you know what a cult is. It's that church down the street that doesn't believe like we do. Right? So sometimes when you look at a different philosophy or religious belief system, you might at first think it's different or that it's weird. And that's natural to think that if you've never heard anything different, right?
Well, if you ain't a cult, what are you? Are you a Baptist or Catholic or Methodist? What are you?
Well, unity leans more toward being interdenominational. Like Jesus, we have an inclusive message. Jesus said, whoever wants to come, let them come. Didn't he say that?
Yeah, he did.
Very good.
But what does that mean?
Well, unity is non-judgmental, spiritual, a spiritual community that accepts people from whatever spiritual or religious background that they come from. We are non-condemnational. And I sometimes like to say non-condemnational.
So I'm trying to understand.
Yes.
Is unity Christian?
Well, that depends on your definition of Christian. To me, being a Christian means to be as Christ in the world. Would you agree?
Yes.
So, to be a positive spiritual influence in the world. Wasn't Jesus a positive influence in the world?
Sure.
Yeah. So, God so loved the world that he gave Jesus to teach us about unconditional love, forgiveness, and doing good works. Is that your definition?
Yes, he gave his only begotten Son, so you do believe that Jesus is the only way.
Well, interestingly, that's not in the Bible.
Young man.
Actually, the word only is not in there. It doesn't say Jesus is the only way. It just says he's the way, truth, he's life.
He was the only begotten Son.
Well, but he didn't say he was the only way. He said, I am the way. I'm a way shower. He showed the way through living unconditional love. And so we believe that God is unconditional love and that you are unconditional love. Right? So when I respond from compassion, from a place of compassion to the world, I'm showing the way of God just like Jesus. This is the way of God, unconditional love. So God is bigger than all the religions and the works with all of us according to our culture and our spiritual understanding. The only commandment Jesus taught was to love God and to love your neighbor. Isn't that what he said?
He did say that.
So if I make love a priority, then I become a living example of the teachings that Jesus gave.
Well, I have to think about that.
Okay?
But in the meantime, Have you accepted Jesus as your own personal Savior?
It's a great question.
Because if not, you're going to hell.
You're full of great questions. You know a lot about the Bible, don't you?
I've read the
And
Bible
I
from
bet
front
you,
to back
I know you have.
many times.
But that phrase is not mentioned in the Bible.
What phrase?
What you just said, accepting Jesus Christ as your own personal Savior. Did you know that's not in there?
It is in there. I've
Okay.
read it.
Okay. Could you text it to me? Or send me an
Okay.
email or a phone call or a letter?
Okay, because I know it's in there.
Okay. All right. So I've accepted the teachings of Jesus and used them in my life because they're spiritual principles. I definitely have a personal relationship with God that works for me. Do you have a relationship that works for you?
Absolutely. He's
I know
right
you
here
do.
in my heart.
Yeah. So just like you, I want to love God and love my neighbor. Don't you?
Yes.
And so, like you, I follow the golden rule. Don't you wish everybody did?
Oh, that would be nice.
Wouldn't that be great? I think we found some common ground, didn't we?
Okay. But how do you know when you die, you're going to go to hell or heaven? Because I'm really concerned about this.
Yes.
Because see, I have a personal responsibility to make sure you go to heaven. I want you to go to heaven.
And I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate your concern.
You got to accept Jesus.
Well, you know, there's different ideas about what or where heaven is. Would you agree? There are 30,000 different Christian denominations just in the United States alone. Did you know that?
Well, I don't know about that, but I know heaven. It's out. It's out there, and Jesus is there, and that's where I'm going. And
Well,
I want you to go too.
Well, here's the one thing I can tell you, that the grace of God is sufficient to make sure that I end up where I need to be. And God will sort it out, don't you think?
Well,
Is it up to you, or is this a God thing?
well, fortunately, it's not up to me.
Boy, we got a live one here, don't we?
I broke script.
She did. She threw a lot of zinc. We'll talk later. No, I'm just kidding. I believe that we need to live the light. The light. The light. What is light? Light is truth and understanding and wisdom. Right? That's what it is. And we need to live that. I am light and you are light, both literally and figuratively. So, Blake, it's all about the light, isn't it? It's all about light. It's all about light.
I don't see a miracle shining from the sky. I'm no good at statues or stories. I try. That's not what I think about. That's not what I see. I know what the sunlight can be. The light in the piazza. It's tiny, sweet, and then it grows, and then it fills the air. Who knows what you call it? I don't care. Out of somewhere, I have something I have never had. and sad is happy. That's all I see. The light in the piazza. The light in the piazza is rushing up, it's pouring out, it's flying through the air, oh, through the air. Who knows what you call it, but it's there, it is there. All I see is, all I want is tearing from inside. I see it now. I see it everywhere. It's everywhere. It's everything and everywhere, my darling. The light in the piazza, my love.
It's all about the light. It's all
Yeah.
about the light.
You know, I was giving you a tough time with those scenarios because here in the South, so many of the people that we encounter seem to come from that kind of hard place. And I think you hit it when you said, for one thing, finding something in common. And the one thing, just as a tip, for one thing I always try to remember is that those people really believe that they're responsible for your salvation. They really truly believe that. And so I go out of my way to make sure I don't do anything that leaves them feeling like they have not done their job or not done what they need to do to feel good. So finding that way to agree upon something,
Absolutely.
I think is pivotal. And just remember, because I've talked with people about this on many occasions, that just remembering that they just really feel a responsibility for you. That's where they're coming from. They're really not coming from a hateful place or anything. They feel responsible for you. So when you have those conversations with people that you can build a relationship with
Right.
first, and you can
Right.
talk about your family and the things that you have in common, and you can build some camaraderie there, then you can have those really meaningful, deeper discussions where you explain some of that stuff. But the
Absolutely.
person that you pass in the grocery store that just wants to make sure you're going to church and that your soul is saved,
Yeah.
that's a little,
So it's all about developing positive relationships with everybody.
Yeah.
With everybody, with the mailman, with
Yeah.
the person at the, at the grocery store who's waiting on you, the teller at the bank. When you go to the bank, are you just looking at your phone and just throwing your whatever in, or are you paying attention? Just, hi, and sharing your light, Who are we? Who are we?
because those sacred encounters
Yes, and it's all sacred, isn't it?
mean more and do more for that person than you ever saying anything about your religion or your spirituality. They remember those encounters that they have with someone who makes them feel special or makes them feel good. When you remember the checkout gal's name and you smile and you ask her, are you having a good day? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that things are not going your way. When you can commiserate with them a little bit, they'll remember you the next time you come through the line, and you can develop a rapport.
That's right.
And that's sacred work.
It is. You're more likely to listen to friends than to strangers. You know why? Because strangers are strange. Right? You don't know these people. So you think they're strange. And that's kind of where we're at in the world right now. We see each other with, we're looking through lenses of judgmentalness and criticism. And I think it's very easy to give back the hate that we think is being projected onto us and to respond with hatred. The very thing that in unity we don't want, we end up doing because our politics. Don't say that word at church. But we need to get to the place to where we can talk about politics. Now, we already do, but we don't talk about politics. We talk about morality issues, the issues of the heart, right? And by talking about the issues of the heart, then you have to align your politics with the issues of the heart. And that's your responsibility, not mine, right? So, I got to be me. Right, Melissa? You were so absorbed in that, weren't you?
I was.
I could tell.
I was very absorbed.
She was raptured.
We're so glad to have you with us tonight,
Absolutely.
Melissa. And you
Thank
as
you
well,
so
Blake.
much.
Thank you for being here.
Okay. I'm like, wait, where was that? I'm not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words want to cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me. Another round of bullets hits my skin. in the flood, I'm gonna drown them out. This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be, this is me.
All right, did you learn anything tonight? So what are you going to do about it? Are you going to take some action? Let's do some fifth principle work here. You ready? As we end up, some fifth principle work. You know what that is, right? It's time to get jumping. Jumping into action. So I got a new song for you. You ready to jump? Sometimes when the mood is right, when I'm feeling oh so light, I believe that yes I could. I'm ready to take flight and I'm jumping. Jumping, I'm
jumping. Jumping, I'm jumping.
Jumping for joy. Are you ready for a quantum leap? Join the movement that's all around.
Sing it, James.
Rub your eyes and wake up from sleep. Feel your feet, just leave the ground and get jumping.
Jumping, I'm jumping. Jumping, I'm jumping. Jumping for joy.
You want to stand up? Let's celebrate. Come on,
Oh, levitate.
don't hesitate. It's time to elevate and get
Jumping. Jumping, I'm jumping. Jumping, I'm jumping.
jumping for joy. Play it for us, Jeff. I'm jumping, 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 I'm jumping. Peace.
Oh,
I'm
jumping for love.
diversity. Are you ready
For a quantum leap.
Let's get jumping.
Jumping, I'm jumping. Jumping, I'm jumping. Jumping for love.
I'm jumping for you. You jumping for me. jumping for everybody. And I'm jumping. Woo! All right, thank you so much for being here tonight. We really appreciate it. Don't forget, in the morning at 10 o'clock, be here. It's the ticket. You got your ticket? Somebody said, I didn't know I needed a ticket. Well, ask somebody, and they'll tell you all about it. But anyway, we're so glad that you're here, and we're going to say together something that we all know. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Melissa and Blake and Jeff. Jeff is going to play a little bit for us here now. So why don't you mingle around and talk to folks and give them a high five and a hey you and hello and thanks for being here. Thank you.